Along the old paths, before St. Matthew's Day, when the first snows and the thick November fog come to the slopes of the Bistra and Shara mountains, when the lush green carpets of grass turn yellow, the shepherds divide their sheep into smaller flocks, and they set off on their old familiar paths toward the warmer valleys. The old paths and trails are the same. On the road, then rest. The places to sleep, the campsites, and the places to stand watch are all the same. From Bistra mountains through Vlajnica, Gostivar, and Gostivar region, the flocks cross the Suva Gora mountains. Then they must ford the Treska river and pass over Crn Vrv to come to Jablicište. From here, the Skopje and Beles valleys lie before them. There is a century-old practice and order to traveling. The horses lead, carrying food and equipment. With them are the guides who, knowing their area very well, point out the best places to camp and to rest. Divided into small groups, the flock travels behind them. Today they are careful about how and when they cross the highways.
Внимавајќи во денешно време кога и како ќе ги премине автомобилските патишта.
The path today is not as long as it used to be when they had to go as far as the Salonika plain. They usually travel 10 to 12 days depending on the weather. If they are caught in storms or snows, the flock hurries toward the warmer valleys. But if the weather is kind, the trip may last as long as 20 days. Good weather allows the flock to graze on the last blades of the already dying mountain grass. The real stories and legends about traveling revolve around the faithful Shara mountain dogs and how they perform their guard duties. The old shepherds who know their dogs and their habits say that the military experts should envy the strategy of the Shara mountain dog.
When the
stories told around the campfires come to a close, when the cold of the November mountain chill reaches the bone, then comes the time for the shepherd to rest. He is up at dawn, and then off again, a long march down familiar paths. In order to keep the same path, the Treska River can only be crossed here, at this bridge, at the village of Šiševo. The faithful, but not quite tame, Shara mountain dogs carry an old genetic instinct, their single task, to look after and protect the flock. With no conception of a bridge, this means they will even swim the icy waters of the river. And in this continuous nomadic journey, the man and his dog almost invariably achieve the objective, to bring the flock to a safe warmth of the river plains, to protect the sheep until spring. The old shepherds say that it is far more important to have food for the dogs than food for the shepherds. The man is only a human being. He fatigues and may fall asleep. But the faithfulness of the dog is that upon which the security of the flock is founded.
A naprolet,
And in the spring, when the snow begins to melt on the Shara and Bistra mountains, when the first crocuses and primroses pop out, the sad, drawling melody of the flute begins to float through the high mountain air again. As if the mountains were beckoning the white flocks back to their green carpets. And so closes the circle of this journey. Sometime around St. Matthew's Day, down they go toward the warmer river valleys, and about St. George's Day, back up to the high green pastures. Perhaps for us, there is an immemorial symbolism in the traveling of the flocks. So too did the komitas huddle in winter around the villages, and in summer return to the high mountains, always singing their time-honored songs of freedom. It is so in our songs. The komitas and the voivodas are somehow near the flocks.